Warren Buffett is playing a secret game. Right now, as the 94-year-old titan of investing prepares to step down from the empire he built, he's not going quietly. He's not fading into a peaceful retirement. Instead, he's executing some of the most shocking, most contradictory, and most brilliant moves of his entire career. He's placing billions of dollars on two companies that couldn't be more different. One is an empire of indulgence, drenched in alcohol and controversy. The other is a quiet ruler of the suburban dream, smelling of chlorine and fresh-cut grass. On the surface, these bets make no sense. They have baffled Wall Street and left analysts speechless. But I'm going to tell you something they are all missing. One of these investments is a brilliant deception, a smokescreen. The other is the key to his final secret strategy. What if I told you that by decoding just these two stocks, Constellation Brands and Pool Corp, we can unlock the last great secret of the Buffett empire? A secret that has nothing to do with balance sheets and everything to do with human psychology. Stay with me, because what we are about to uncover will change how you see investing, the economy, and your own future forever. First, we dive headfirst into the shadows. We're talking about Constellation Brands, ticker symbol STZ. This isn't just a beverage company, it's the undisputed kingpin of America's favorite vices, Corona, Modelo, Pacifico. These aren't just brands, they are part of our cultural DNA. They are the soundtrack to our weekends, the fuel for our celebrations. And Warren Buffett, the master of wholesome all-American investments, is now pouring hundreds of millions of dollars into this empire of indulgence. He's buying aggressively, increasing his new position with a ferocity we haven't seen in years. But this kingdom is stained. It's a fallen angel. Just recently, Constellation made a disastrous gamble. They dove into the volatile world of cannabis, backing a producer named Canopy Growth. The result? A catastrophe. The partnership went up in flames, taking Constellation's reputation with it. The company was forced to take massive losses, writing off its investment as the market turned against them. The stock price collapses. It loses a quarter of its value this year alone, and it's down a staggering 40% from its peak. Today, Constellation Brands is trading for the same price it did an entire decade ago, a lost decade. The market panicked. Investors fled. They saw a company bleeding from a self-inflicted wound. And yet, this is where Buffett strikes. It creates the ultimate open loop, the burning question that keeps us watching. Why is the world's most famous safety-first investor diving headfirst into a disgraced company, a fallen giant in a market full of risk? Is he simply bargain hunting, or is this a clue to something much, much bigger? Now hold that thought, because we pivot from the neon glow of the bar to the shimmering blue of the American backyard. Meet Pool Corp, ticker symbol POOL. This is the anti-Constellation. It's quiet, it's predictable. It's the undisputed ruler of the suburban oasis. Pool Corp doesn't just sell you a swimming pool, they own you for life. They own the installation. They own the maintenance. They own the endless supply of chemicals and repairs your pool will demand year after year. It is one of the stickiest businesses imaginable, a subscription model disguised as a luxury product. It sounds like a perfect Buffett stock, safe, dominant, a market share leader, but look closer. The dream is fading. The pandemic-fueled pool buying frenzy is over. People are back in the office. Inflation is squeezing wallets, and what happens? Pool Corp's sales are declining. For the past 2 years, they've been shrinking. Analysts look to the future and project only tiny single-digit growth. The party is over. And yet, what does Buffett do? He doesn't just buy, he attacks. He increases his position by a colossal 136%, aggressively adding to his stake in this stagnant niche market. And the valuation? It's insane. On a price-to-earnings growth basis, the stock is over 200% more expensive than its sector. It's a company with shrinking sales that costs a fortune to buy into. So now the puzzle is complete. A battered alcohol giant trading at a historic discount and a stagnant, overpriced pool supplier. One is a bet on vice, the other on virtue. One seems risky, the other seems irrational. This isn't the Buffett we know. This looks like the portfolio of a gambler, not an oracle. The market is baffled. But the market is missing the point. What if we're looking at this all wrong? What if these aren't two separate contradictory bets? What if they are two sides of the same coin? Two pieces of a single powerful strategy, a bet on the future of the American consumer. Forget vice versus virtue, forget growth versus value. The real story here is what I call the great entrapment. Buffett isn't betting on companies. He is betting on human behavior in an age of crushing economic pressure. Think about it. The world is getting more expensive. Mortgages are high. Inflation is relentless. People are being priced out of their dreams. They can't afford the grand vacation to Europe. They can't afford to move to a bigger house. They are trapped. So where do they turn? They turn inward, to their homes, to their backyards, to small, affordable luxuries that provide an escape. They can't book a flight to Italy, but they can grab a six-pack of Modelo to drink on a Saturday afternoon. That's Constellation Brands. They can't sell their house because they're locked into a low mortgage rate, so they are forced to maintain the pool they installed back in 2021. That's Pool Corp. Let's look at these stocks again through this new lens. First, the deception, Pool Corp. We called it boring. Buffett sees it as a monopoly on maintenance. He understands that the millions of people who bought pools during the pandemic are now captive customers. They have to buy the chlorine. They have to pay for the repairs. Pool Corp isn't a growth stock, it's a modern-day utility, a private tax on the suburban dream. The stock's outrageous valuation isn't a mistake. It's the premium you pay to own a monopoly. Buffett's colossal 136% increase in his stake isn't a blind gamble. It's him fortifying his position in a business with a captive audience. It's the steady, predictable, and unavoidable foundation of his strategy. It's the cage. But while Pool Corp is the cage, Constellation Brands is the escape. It is the masterpiece. The market punished Constellation for the canopy growth disaster. It saw failure. Buffett saw a once-in-a-decade opportunity. He looked past the temporary noise and saw the unshakable power of its core brands. He saw a company whose iconic products are not going away ever. The market sees a 40% stock crash. Buffett sees a 30% discount on an irreplaceable asset. He sees the cannabis write-offs are now in the rear-view mirror, clearing the way for profits to soar. This is the ultimate Buffett maxim in action. Be greedy when others are fearful. He waited for the market to foolishly punish a world-class company for a short-term mistake, and then he backed up the truck. So what is the Oracle of Omaha's final secret? It's this. In his last act as CEO, Warren Buffett is not just buying stocks, he is buying a deeply researched, undeniable vision of our collective future. A future where we are increasingly confined to our homes, seeking comfort and release in small, repeatable pleasures. Pool Corp is the slow, grinding, and profitable reality of that confinement. It's the foundation. But Constellation Brands, that is the high-growth, deeply undervalued engine that will power the returns of his final chapter. The game isn't about pools or beer. It has never been about that. It's about predicting human psychology under economic pressure. While the rest of the world was chasing the hype of AI and tech, Buffett made a quiet, colossal bet on the simple, unchanging needs of a captive audience. He's not just building a portfolio, he's architecting a perfect reflection of our new reality. He has locked us in the backyard and is selling us the drinks. Is this the greatest investment strategy of our time? Or is it a chillingly accurate prediction of our future? You decide. Let me know in the comments which of these bets you think will truly define Buffett's legacy. The slow grind of Pool Corp or the explosive potential of Constellation Brands. This is World of Stocks. Don't just watch the market. Understand the drama behind it. Hit that subscribe button because the secrets are always hidden in plain sight. We just have to know where to look. I'll see you in the next video.